Hello. I don't know where we are. We're
Kettleman City.
Kettleman City. We're near some place called Bravo Farms, and we just had lunch at In-N-Out. You will never guess where we're going. Actually, if you clicked on this video, it probably says in the title and the thumbnail, and you know exactly where we're going. But in case you didn't, we're going to Disneyland. Going to Disneyland. We're heading to Anaheim, and we'll be there eventually. So we'll check in with you all later. Oh, it's Bluey Day. Wardrobe wise. Where's your Bluey shirt? All right, we'll see y'all later. As you could tell, we opted to drive to Disneyland because there was 3 of us. We would save some money, and plus we figured that once we got there, we would need a car. Sorry, I forgot to film the In-N-Out before we tried it. I will say this trip is very centered around my daughter and what she wanted to do. So I usually plan to do a lot of local restaurants, local businesses, but again, we wanted to give her the experience she wanted. She's actually been to Disneyland twice, but she does not remember. So she was, I think, 1.5 the first time and then 3 the second time. If you're thinking your kid will remember at 3, they likely won't. My child is 12. She says she doesn't have very much recollection. That was a plane over some plants. Just to let you know, that's the vibe of this video, and I hope you enjoy it. We are not Disney people, and we don't know what we're doing. Hello, welcome to the room tour. We finally made it here. So there's a bathroom with typical bathroom stuff. Bathtub, single sink, hair dryer. We're at the Hyatt house, Anaheim. Mirror for your outfit. Closet with lots of hangers, no robe, but you do get extra bedding. There's a little kitchenette, so microwave, coffee pot, regular coffee pot, and then there's a mini fridge down here, and then some cups and stuff. TV, dresser, here's the king size bed with the nightstands. There's a little desk if you wanted to do work. This door sticks, so I'm gonna go through this one. Then this is like the kids suite. So there's a dresser with a TV, a couch that actually pulls out, and then there's bunk beds, and there's a bonus kid right there. That's not included. You have to bring that with you. Oh, and then there's a view of the street. After we unpacked at the hotel, we did head out for a little bit. I wanted to be at the hotel for a full night before going to Disney. I wanted to wake up and go to Disneyland and not have the travel day in front of us. We did manage to go to a local spot for dinner. This is, I think it's called Shawarma House. I will leave all the info for this spot in the description down below. It was really delicious. The staff was really friendly. I think it was just one man working and then like a kitchen staff. And we really enjoyed it. I, of course, over ordered, so we had plenty to take back to the hotel as leftovers, and we put them in our fridge. After dinner, we went to the store to pick up some water. I definitely highly recommend you have tons of water on your Disney days. Fill your water bottle up and then keep hydrated. And then we also grabbed a few snacks, and then we went to bed. Okay. Now you might be saying, Ashley, you have 3 kids. Where are your other kids? They did not want to come. They didn't want to come. We're also on a break. My kids have different breaks right now. This is the last year we're going to have different schedules. So my little one is on break. My big ones are not. They're at home with my mom, and they'll be going to school. And we are here. And tomorrow we'll go to Disneyland. So the first day of our Disney trip, we were meeting up one of my friends, and so she didn't want to get to the park until like 10:30 or 11. We walked out of our hotel and grabbed some coffees at Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, I believe this is called. We don't have this where we live. I think there might be some in maybe surrounding cities, but I only go here when I'm in LA, so couldn't tell you. And we're obviously in Anaheim because we are walking to Disneyland at this point. We did go to Disneyland in February, and so the weather was dicey. We lucked out on the first day and it was sunny during the day, which was very nice. And here I am testing out the camera. I usually shoot on my iPhone, but we also have the DJI Pocket 3, and so Dustin usually shoots on the DJI, but I wanted to learn how to use the camera, so this is me learning how to like shoot what I'm viewing and then turn the camera around. I figured I'd leave this in because then you could see what my life is like with having a preteen. And then we made it into the park. Wow, it was quite magical just to step in. We saw Belle right away, but my daughter said she didn't want a picture with her, and then she would refuse to take my picture with Belle, and so then I had to put my foot down. I'm like, this is why I'm here. So next time we see a character, you have to take my picture for me. I don't know if the staff members with them will take your picture, but I didn't realize, don't make this mistake. We had the fast pass, and the fast pass comes with the photo pass. So if there's employees or photo pass employees taking photos, you can utilize that for free with your fast pass, and then at the end of the day you can download all your photos and it's included. We went over to Tomorrowland, and then we went to the Pizza Planet because we hadn't really eaten, and then we also make some poor life choices once we get in here. I don't think I've ever been in here before. The theming is incredible, as you would expect from Disney. It was just gorgeous. My daughter wanted to try the green drink inspired by Toy Story, and this is a punch made with pineapple juice, ginger beer, lemon lime Powerade, and lemon sorbet with a splash of vanilla, and then lychee popping pearls. And then we got the seasonal alien macaron, which this time was salted caramel flavored. My daughter also gets first taste of everything because she was filming a vlog. All right, I'm gonna try this green drink. This is from Pizza Planet, and it's super fun looking. The popping bobas are fun. It is kind of sweet though, but I like the taste. And look, we got this alien macaron. I'll be back when to tell you about that. It's like the size of her head. Is it yummy? Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna turn it around. Ooh. Oh, it's like there's frosting on the bottom to keep it in the thing. The buttercream is good. You can taste the salt in the salted caramel. I'm gonna try and get some of the brownie. That's a fun treat. So after our snack, we headed over to go on a ride. We went to Star Tours. This day, my husband and daughter had the multi-lane pass or the multi-ride pass. I don't know what it's called, but like the lightning lane thing. And I did not have it. So these rides, we went on the Star Tours and then the Buzz Lightyear ride. They had very quick waits, like a few minutes. So we just stood in the regular line and did those together. And then from then on, we decided to kind of divide and conquer. I wanted to take some B-roll of things and look in the shops, and they wanted to, of course, ride rides. That's what my daughter was really there for. And I don't ride as many rides because I get very bad motion sickness. So if it's really like twisty turny, I have to skip it. But we did go on this Buzz Lightyear ride all together, and it was really fun. It has blasters, and you're supposed to blast the Zurg, or the bad guys, and then it like has a score for you. I did not realize that you were supposed to use the joystick to spin yourself around. I was just didn't know what to do. And then so I finally figured that out, and I think I would have scored higher if I wasn't recording. Anyway, then we went for lunch. We just grabbed some quick salad wrap and chicken tenders. We tried to split that, and it was not very heavy, but we were thinking that we'd probably have snacks throughout the day. And then here I am checking out a shop that was super cute, and then they had a band playing at Tiana's restaurant, and I wasn't eating in there, but I did sit there and enjoy the music because I love live music. Oh, and there's a Disney duck. I've heard of these guys. Have you heard of these guys? I think in my next life, I would love to be a Disney duck. You could be there every day. And we came upon a parade, and it was a short one. I'm so glad we stopped because this is, a spoiler alert, the only parade we made it to because it starts to rain later in this trip. So we did see this parade, and I'll be honest, I did not do the best job filming the parade, but it was super cute and we really enjoyed it. I loved seeing all the characters, and they're so interactive with their waving. It just makes you feel like they're looking right at you. And I will say, this nice lady on the right here with the beautiful like reddish hair did offer to let my daughter stand in front of her, but my daughter did not want to do that. So that was really kind of her to offer though. And it was so much fun waving to all these characters and seeing them. I highly recommend, if you have time in your schedule, definitely stop and watch these parades because they were so much fun. And then afterwards we started just like walking behind the parade because they had already gone through, and that was a fun way to make it to the next area. I was just walking behind the parade and like watching Donald wave to everyone. Then we were off to Galaxy's Edge. It was our very first time experiencing this entire world. We had not been here since they built it, and my husband is a huge Star Wars fan, so this was definitely like a top priority for him on this trip. And let me tell you, it is so immersive. Really, really well done, really beautiful. I could probably stay here all day and just take in all the details. And let's watch this exchange that happens.
You. That's right. You. You there. What are you doing on that data pad?
Just making some recordings for
That's
fun.
a good way to get a data pad wiped.
Yeah?
We'll be watching you.
All right, I'll make sure to.
Carry on, citizen support.
Thank you.
You, with a hot cam. Let's go. This way, please, citizen. Hold on. Hey, you, like this.
These moments really make you understand that Disneyland magic. Kylo Ren was talking to this kid who was super into it. He had a stormtrooper helmet in his hand, and you could tell it made his whole day. And then I walked around and took some B-roll. I got to see some characters, but I was alone and I was too afraid to go up to them. I'll get over it next time, but it was really overwhelming for our first time being here and then seeing all the characters. And we were also trying to figure out how the pass worked, and I had watched so many videos about it, and I was so sure that I knew how it worked, and I absolutely did not when we were there. So if you have a good friend, please sit them down and ask them to talk you through this. So here is the ride footage that they took of, I believe, Smuggler's Run for you while I was out and about looking around at the different places and the different stores. I also had a really fun exchange with a cast member who was doing photography. He was asking me why I was all by myself and where my family was. And then when my family got off the ride, he was scolding them for leaving me alone. Yes, that was hilarious and so fun. Definitely, we lucked out in the positioning of where we were. I got to see so many characters walk by, and then we needed a refreshment because a few hours had gone by. We're just not very good at vlogging. So we went into the little quick service place at the Star Wars, and these bows were probably my favorite thing I ate all day. Then we saw The Mandalorian, but Grogu was apparently taking a nap. And then my family went on to Pirates of the Caribbean, and they grabbed this clip for you. I wish I had gone on this ride. Like, this is a ride that I'm totally fine going on. It does not make me motion sick at all, but I did not have the fast pass, so I couldn't get in line at the time that they did. And then we had to check out the I think mint julep. This is the mocktail version, and of course we had to try the Mickey beignets. My daughter did have a list of food items that she wanted to try, and the beignets were on that list, so of course we had to take her to go get those, and she enjoyed them. And then as I was sitting out here, the band was still playing, but then Tiana came out. Of course, it's her restaurant, so I don't know why I was surprised that she was there, but she was like dancing with the band and interacting with them, and then going to all the tables, asking the people how they were enjoying the food. It was so cute. Then we were off to Tomorrowland. I believe this is Space Mountain. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was my daughter's favorite ride of the day. And then we went back down Main Street. Obviously, at this point, it was getting really full. Oh, it was also Sweethearts Night. So Disneyland was closing early, but California Adventure wasn't. So we made our way over to California Adventure. I do wish we had split the day up more and done like half Disneyland, half California Adventure. But I think we were kind of aiming for leaving when Sweetheart Night stopped or started, so that we were thinking that California Adventure might be a little bit less full at that point because everyone was making their way over for Sweetheart Night. And this was my husband's very first time at California Adventure. He's never been here before. And my daughter and I had been here, but that was when she was 3, and I don't think we stayed very long in California Adventure. This first night, we were mostly scoping out all of the different spots, and we were looking for the Lunar New Year food items because we celebrate Lunar New Year in our family. So, of course, we wanted to check out what they had to offer at Disneyland for Lunar New Year's. Happy Lunar New Year if you celebrate. I hope that the year of the snake is treating you very well. Also, my daughter even pointed out that on one of these banisters, it said the Happy Lunar New Year in Vietnamese. And so that was really special for us to see because growing up, it wasn't as recognized that it's a multi country celebration. Most people call it Chinese New Year, but because we're Vietnamese, we call it Lunar New Year or Thet. For dinner, we headed into the Lamplight Lounge boardwalk area, which is outdoors and it overlooks the Incredicoaster. And then afterwards, we shopped a bit. My daughter was tired, so then we headed off to the hotel after dinner and a little bit of shopping because we wanted to rest up for the next day where we would be rope dropping Disneyland. So that will be in our next video. To check out my social media, I'll leave the links down below. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you can see our next Disneyland vlog. Oh, and here's my foot mask. Bye.